God is alerting you to someone whose name begins with the letter R. Listen to this within the next 10 seconds. You're unlikely to accept this knowledge. The identity is being exposed. You are not in this location by chance, and if you continue to read, you may miss an opportunity to change the trajectory of your life in a subtle but major way, give protection, and provide guidance. I'm contacting you because there is someone related to you whose presence is not what it appears. The initial R is not arbitrary. It is inextricably linked to the feelings you have been feeling. You have already felt a change, a strange distance, or pain. And this sensation is not a result of your imagination. It is a signal that I have placed in you. Maintain your focus on these words because the knowledge that is currently being revealed will help you understand the significance of the information that has been hidden and the ramifications for your future. If you're convinced, kindly type Amen. I'm telling you the truth because I've seen what you couldn't see for yourself and heard the silent thoughts you didn't say. This individual with the initial R has crossed your path for a reason, although not all of them are designed to promote progress or peace. As a result, I am providing this caution at this time. Initially, there were insignificant signals that you dismissed, assuming you were overthinking or overly sensitive. I am now notifying you that those moments were genuine and were given to you in order to keep you from impulsively entering a situation that could potentially harm your spirit or delay the events I have planned for you. Please, take a time to like this video to show that you are ready to receive the knowledge I am presenting and that you will continue to comply with my protection of your life. The objective of telling the truth about this person is not to make you anxious, but rather to improve your discernment and awareness. I am not asking you to hold anger, disdain, or wrath. Rather, I am directing you to see things clearly in order to make educated decisions and be vigilant in vital situations. The initial R is associated with a person who has not been completely open about their intentions. Despite the fact that their words appear to be pleasant or supportive, their energy does not align with your peacefulness. You've felt exhausted after certain exchanges or perplexed after seemingly straightforward chats. These are not minor issues. They are symptoms that you were hoping to identify. Type yes to confirm. I'm releasing this information now because you're starting a new season, and what you have can't be coupled with what isn't meant for you. This clarity is crucial for the gifts that are about to enter your life, and it begins with an understanding of who can and cannot accompany you. This person with the initial R has been a part of your trip, but not all pathways are meant to last permanently, and some are only meant to teach you what to recognize and what to dismiss. I've been protecting you without your knowledge, discreetly closing doors and building a buffer zone in a way that initially seemed odd, but was necessary for your safety. I hope you understand how profound this connection is. It is not about a single moment or action, but rather about a pattern that has developed over time. You may recall situations in which their behavior quickly shifted, when they appeared supportive one day and aloof or unclear the next. These modifications were not insignificant. To save you from being completely confused or taken aback when this moment occurred, I allowed you to see glimpses of their true character. You are not left in the dark, as I provide illumination exactly where it is needed. I encourage you to pay attention to the feelings that have been building up within you, since they are the most authentic and kind method for me to connect with you. I do not purposely lead you into ambiguity or confusion, and any uncomfortable you feel is usually the result of an imbalance in your environment. Despite your attempts to reason or give them the benefit of the doubt, the person with the initial R has repeatedly aroused that unsettling sensation. I notice your patience, kindness, and readiness to trust in the best in others. However, I also see situations where that generosity is not reciprocated in reality. I am not revealing this information to undermine you. Rather, it is designed to strengthen you because you are not defenseless, and are not alone in this situation. You have been chosen to follow a road in which awareness is essential. Your spirit must remain clear, and your relationships must be based on the truth. This warning does not mark the end of a beneficial development, but rather the beginning of a more positive one, as the elimination or disclosure of what is currently happening creates space for what is genuine and lasting. Even if it feels uncomfortable right now, you are being guided, protected, and prepared. The name connected with the initial R will become clearer to you as you continue to listen and ponder, and there is still much to learn about this person. I'm not rushing this revelation because I want you to fully comprehend it rather than react to it quickly. You will be able to confirm the emotions you have already felt and trust that I have been by your side throughout the process. Remain present, receptive, and grounded in the knowledge that I am guiding you to safety, peace, and clarity. That reflection was not in vain. It has prepared you to receive this reality without fear or uncertainty. I'm helping you toward clarity so you don't keep the wrong influence near to your heart or carry too much weight. To receive blessings, dial the number 777. How would you feel if you could think faster, recall more, and regain mental energy in just 7 minutes every day? A recently released neurowave approach is allowing thousands of people to spontaneously unlock the potential for better memory, more mental energy, faster reasoning, and learning. Your heart clung to the notion that things would remain stable, because not everything about them appeared to be wrong. I understand your want to trust in the good you witnessed, which stems from your love and sincerity. However, I am now showing you that what looked to be beneficial on the surface was not necessarily the truth. Despite the fact that you did not say it openly, you observed situations in which their words did not match their deeds. You noticed a brief break in your thinking, as if something was not quite adding together. The delay was caused by awareness rather than infirmity. And it was my manner of gently guiding you, without compulsion, to see more than you were willing to see. It is now time for you to recognize that the little differences were not accidental, but rather part of a pattern that you were meant to understand. You may also recall moments in which their presence caused a shift in your energies, as if something within you grew heavier or less lucid. You may have felt fatigued without a clear explanation or anxiety that you were unable to express. Your spirit was responding to what your eyes could not see, and those sentiments were not to be dismissed. I have placed that sensitivity inside you to allow you to maintain your peace, and I am now asking you to believe in it. If you believe in God, enter the number 222. It is critical that you remember this truth. You are not losing anything that is meant to remain with you as you continue to attend. The truth that is now being revealed is not a loss. Rather, it is a correction, a realignment that will bring you closer to your true purpose in life. The person with the initial R may have played a role in your path, but their contribution is not more important than the purpose I have implanted in you. Their acts do not shape your destiny, and their presence does not define you. I observe moments in which you try to ignore issues in order to maintain tranquility, choosing silence over confrontation in the hope that time would settle the sense of uncertainty. Your purpose was not wrong because it was driven by a desire for harmony and understanding. However, I am now demonstrating to you that genuine peace cannot be attained by ignoring what appears to be unjust, and genuine harmony cannot exist in the absence of truth. You deserve connections that don't force you to deny your intuition or lower your awareness. Timing is also important in this instance, as this knowledge comes at a moment when you are ready to accept it without being devastated. You may have previously felt overburdened or unsure about how to respond. Nevertheless, your emerging identity has made you more steady, self-assured, and resilient. I've been progressively developing that tenacity in you, even in the face of adversity or uncertainty. The experiences you've had have not been in vain. and they've all helped you gain clarity today. The name connected with the beginning R will become clear to you in an obvious way, rather than forced or ambiguous. It could be a recent contact, a recollection, or an unexpected insight that throws everything into perspective. When that moment arrives, you will not need confirmation from anyone since your clarity will be consistent and peaceful within you. When I reveal the truth, I avoid causing uncertainty, and my comments are always accompanied by a calm assurance. You are being directed to maintain a healthy distance in suitable situations, not out of resentment or anger, but out of self-respect and intelligence. This distance is not designed to penalize the other person. Rather, it is intended to protect your own path and guarantee that your spirit is consistent with your own beliefs. You are not forced to present a detailed explanation or logic for your actions to anyone, as I am sensitive to your feelings and understand your reasoning. Occasionally, the most important action you can take is a quiet one, in which you intentionally choose the course that is most helpful to you and proceed calmly. As you learn to accept this fact, you may experience emotions that are both valid and acceptable. Although you may feel disappointed, confused, or even lost, this does not reflect weakness. Rather, it demonstrates your humanity and deep and genuine concern for others. I don't expect you to suppress those emotions. Instead, I encourage you to let them move through you without enabling them to enslave you or compel you to stay in a rut. I am with you throughout this process, from the moment of realization to the subsequent stages. You are neither left to fend for yourself, nor are you pressured into a situation where you will not receive support. Despite the exterior uncertainties, I am gently leading you, giving you the strength you need, and creating in you a sense of calm. You are safe in my care, and I am capable of understanding and protecting any circumstance that is currently underway. As you progress, you will notice a shift within yourself, a sense of clarity that was previously lacking. You will feel more stable, alert, and autonomous about your vitality and direction. This shift is not temporary, since it is based on the truth, which regularly promotes long-lasting transformation. To claim miracles, type 1010. The difficulty of this link stems from the fact that you did not receive all of the information at once. You were allowed to notice enough information to keep awareness, but not to the point where it overwhelmed your emotions before you were ready. I understand the intense feelings you are experiencing, and I understand that if the information had been shared prematurely, it could have caused you unnecessary distress. That is why I gave you patient counsel, allowing your understanding to grow gradually. Individuals with the initial R exhibit patterns that are inconsistent with the direction I am steering you in. These patterns may not appear to be harmful at first glance, but they eventually cause uncertainty, inconsistency, and a lack of peace. This has already been felt in discrete ways, even if you have attempted to interpret it otherwise. I am not providing this knowledge to instill fear in you. Rather, I am advising you to avoid spending your energy in ways that are damaging to its validity. There were times when you felt like you were giving more than you were getting, as you offered compassion, tolerance, and comprehension without obtaining the same amount of reciprocity. You may have convinced yourself that the situation would eventually stabilize, that time would change it, or that you only needed to put in more effort. I've noticed every initiative you've undertaken, and I admire the earnestness that drove it. However, I am now showing you that your efforts are insufficient to form an organization that is not based on honesty. To form a meaningful connection, a single person cannot bear the weight of two people. To acknowledge the change, enter the number 555. I am bringing you toward alignment, not solitude. I'm guiding you to a point where your energy isn't depleted, and there's a difference between being alone and being in tune. However, it has been restored. Clarity is experienced even in the absence of frequent reassurance from others, and calm is felt in solitude when one is in alignment. I want you to be in that position because it allows you to determine what is appropriate for your life and what is not. You may notice that your viewpoint on this person is shifting, not as a consequence of your efforts to change it, but as a result of your enhanced eyesight. Things that were before baffling are starting to make sense, and previously hidden patterns are becoming more visible. This shift in perspective is not an accident. I am promoting an orderly comprehension. You are not being drawn into conflict, but rather into awareness. Furthermore, it is critical to keep a strong sense of self-worth as you go through this. You are not someone who seeks clarification or honesty. You are entitled to both without effort. I have placed worth in you that is unaffected by the lack of recognition. The way a person treats you does not decide your worth, but it does reveal their own limitations and the amount to which they are unable to match your requirements. The initial R is now more than simply a letter to you. It represents a realization that is unfolding in your consciousness. You may find that you are more inclined to recall a specific name or recall certain events from a new perspective. This is not just a coincidence. It is confirmation. I'm allowing it to come to you naturally so that you fully trust it. It is unnecessary to rush to a conclusion, as the truth will gradually settle in with a sense of calm rather than pressure. As this awareness grows, you will feel a slight surge of inner strength. It is the type of fortitude that is self-aware and acts on its principles without the need to demonstrate anything. You will find it simpler to set boundaries because you care about your own well-being, rather than out of anger. This is a crucial part of your personal development, and the advantages will continue beyond this situation. There may be times when you are tempted to return to old habits or give another chance without realizing the lessons that have already been imparted to you. I recognize that tendency since it stems from your desire to protect what is meaningful and appreciate the good. However, I would like to highlight that clarity was given to you for a specific reason, and neglecting it would result in the same uncertainty you have already experienced. Trust the information that has been revealed. It is intended to protect you, not limit you. I'm also prepping you for a new experience that won't be as unpredictable or imbalanced. It is vital to clear room for this preparation, which is accomplished by discarding anything that is no longer in line with your path. You are not being asked to apply any pressure. Rather, you are being urged to let the natural dissolution of something that is not intended for you. When that occurs, you will notice how easily the right things begin to enter your life. Stepping back from what does not benefit you does not mean falling behind or missing out on anything. In actuality, you are getting closer to the road that is genuinely meant for you, even if it does not feel like it at the moment. I am guiding you based on my full understanding of your life, even if you only see a fraction of it. You are being shown that your calm, clarity, and path are important. Nothing that is truly intended for you will require you to dismiss your intuition or question your own view of reality. The choice of what provides you peace of mind is yours, and you will be assisted throughout the process. Your decisions will feel lighter, and your thoughts will become clearer as you proceed. You will not carry the same weight of ambiguity or uncertainty since you will be in a place of comprehension. I want you to be in that position because it allows you to live with purpose and confidence. It is not intended that you navigate life without knowing who or what you can rely on. Despite the fact that emotions may try to sway you, stay grounded in the knowledge you've gained. Feel the feelings that are necessary for you, but do not let them overpower the truth that has been ingrained in your heart. You are more capable and stronger than you give yourself credit for. This moment symbolizes the beginning of a more real, peaceful, and aligned existence, rather than the end of something big. I'd like you to have a thorough grasp of the person linked with the beginning R. This is due to both their conduct and their incapacity to provide. Occasionally, the absence of honesty, consistency, and truth can be as crucial as their presence. You may have been expecting a response from them that would provide clarification, correct facts, or restore a sense of stability. However, I am now demonstrating to you that the clarity you sought was never supposed to be supplied by them, but rather by me. I've been surrounding you in gentle affirmations, tiny incidents that pointed to the truth even while you were unsure. When their behaviors contradicted their statements, you felt tense and unable to understand why. You may have tried to reject it by telling yourself you were overthinking or expecting too much. However, I'd like to remind you that your awareness was not an error, and your heart was responding to a true emotion. Furthermore, there is a deeper reason why this connection has sometimes been draining. Your spirit has been fighting to preserve homeostasis while the environment around you has not. Even in difficult conditions, you feel calm when you agree with me. However, when something is out of place, your spirit becomes uneasy, which is exactly what you have been feeling. This is not something to ignore, since it is part of my strategy to guiding you and keeping you informed of occurrences that are beyond your immediate perception. Enter 888 for clarification. It is not intended for you to be unsure about the motives of those close to you, nor are you to be confused in your interactions. I have given you a feeling of discernment and clarity, which you are now beginning to completely realize. This distance is becoming required because the person with the first R has been unable to meet you in that clarity. It is not necessary to dismiss people as persons. Rather, it is necessary to recognize their limitations and choose the path of action that best suits your needs. There may be a part of you that wishes to remain in place, waiting for a different outcome or for circumstances to change. I understand that element of you since it stems from your desire to believe in progress and possibility. However, I encourage you to see the issue as it is, rather than as you had imagined. Retaining what is not in sync will simply keep you stuck in a situation that is no longer beneficial to your growth. You are being guided to a new level of strength that is not dependent on the behavior or approval of others. This fortitude is deeply ingrained in your relationship with me and is distinguished by its quiet, consistent nature. It allows you to make decisions without fear, step back without guilt, and go forward without reluctance. This is the type of fortitude that will allow you to confidently and peacefully go on to the next stage of your life. Even if you have not yet pronounced the name connected with the first R, it is becoming more obvious to you. It can happen in the form of a sudden insight that brings everything into focus, or in a moment of calm. When that time occurs, you will not feel terror or anxiety, but rather a calm understanding that supports your intuition. This is the only way you will be able to tell that this truth is coming from me, since it will create a sense of order while avoiding chaos. Furthermore, you are reminded that it is unnecessary to tackle all concerns directly in order to advance. Occasionally, the most effective answer is an internal choice that requires no explanation or consequence. You are entitled to maintain your peace without creating conflict, and you are permitted to make decisions that benefit you without feeling guilty. This is part of your personal development and will act as a guiding factor in many facets of your life. As you adopt these strategies, you will notice a shift in your vitality and ideas. You will feel more relaxed, focused, and light. Something new is being planned for you, and it will not be as perplexing or inconsistent as before. This new relationship or opportunity will stand out from the start because of its foundation in transparency and honesty. You will not be compelled to repeatedly inquire about it or try to determine your situation. It will confront you with the same reality that you are now learning to stand in. I want you to understand that this process is not about losing, but about aligning and preparing. You are being relocated to a location where your life aligns with your genuine self rather than the ambiguity introduced by others. The person with the initial R has contributed to your journey. Nevertheless, their function is not intended to continue in the same way. You are being directed to take on a more meaningful role that is consistent with your development and respects your journey. You are not alone in this shift, and you are not obligated to address all difficulties at once. I am with you, supplying you with the clarity you need at the right time, strengthening your heart and guiding your thoughts. There are forms of assistance that may not be immediately visible, but they are tangible and present in every move you take. Trust in the direction you're being led and the help you're getting. As you grow, you will gain confidence in your understanding and decision-making abilities. The same level of confusion that once surrounded this scenario will no longer have the same effect on you. With this clarity, you will see things as they truly are, and this peace will be impenetrable to disruption. This is the position I want you to be in, as it represents alignment, awareness, and fortitude. Despite the anguish and uncertainty, the person connected with the initial R has taught you a vital lesson. You have learned to pay closer attention to your inner voice and discern between what feels calm and what feels uncomfortable. These lessons are important because they help shape your approach to all future relationships. You are only now beginning to realize how much each moment has added to your understanding, and nothing you have experienced has been wasted. There were times when you questioned yourself more than others, and I am interested in gently correcting this in you. You are not someone who causes confusion without justification or who imagines problems that do not exist. Your emotions stemmed from a state of consciousness, and this consciousness guided you even when you didn't fully trust it. I am reestablishing your trust in your own perception, removing any doubt about the information you can clearly perceive. You may now understand the hidden meaning of specific talks and why some actions did not sit right with you, despite their seeming innocence. These insights are not meant to terrify you. Rather, they are meant to lessen the need to constantly question what you already know. When you are willing to accept the truth, it will naturally integrate into your life without coercion. You are currently at that spot, and it is providing a sense of calm and clarity that was previously lacking. Enter 666 to reduce anxiety. I'm also illustrating to you that this individual has no bearing on your future, which means that your development and pleasure are unaffected. At times, the belief that a connection is required for the continuance of one's path may emerge. However, I am serving as a reminder that what is truly intended for you will never be based on uncertainty. The intended effect for you is serenity, clarity, and a sense of steady comprehension, rather than incessant inquiry. As you embrace this fact, a tremendous revolution takes place within you, reinforcing your identity. You are learning your individuality without having another person's inconsistent actions influence your feelings or thinking. This is crucial because it allows you to develop a strong sense of self, rather than relying on another else to determine your feelings or thoughts about your situation. You have a higher sense of security, assurance, and tranquility in your own company. The initial R is no longer just a letter. It is a realization that is gradually settling into your heart, bringing clarity. It's probable that you've already linked it with a certain person, and that association is becoming stronger with each passing moment. I am not pressing you to take action. Rather, I am enabling your comprehension so that your subsequent acts stem from a level of calm rather than anxiety. You can stay in sync by acting with knowledge rather than emotion. There may still be situations where memories of joyful times try to seduce you back into your old mental habits. You may recall moments of true and meaningful compassion, laughter, or connection. These were actual moments that do not require denial or erasure. They do not, however, change the fact of what has always existed, and it is this absolute truth that you must now safeguard. You are not being urged to suppress your heart, rather to protect it with knowledge. Closing oneself off and deciding what is allowed to remain in one's neighborhood are two distinct ideas. I want your heart to be open and aware, so you don't give your energy to an entity that can't appreciate it. Balance is a vital component of your growth, and it will serve as a guidepost for all subsequent encounters. As you move forward, you will feel a mild yet powerful sense of release. The weight you've been bearing will begin to lighten gradually, though not all at once. This fresh beginning will be unique in nature, as it will be built on mutual understanding and honesty. You will not be expected to investigate hidden significance or try to decode ambiguous messages. The desired conclusion will be obvious, and this clarity will give you with peace rather than anxiety. You have not fallen behind in your journey, and you have not made a mistake by displaying deep compassion or faith. Your genuineness is something I like and respect, and it is clear in everything you have given. However, it is now time to apply that same earnestness to the pursuit of what is truly aligned with your destiny. You are acquiring the ability to make educated decisions using both your mind and your emotions. The warning you heard was not meant to inspire fear, but to raise awareness and provide protection. You are not in danger. Rather, you are being led away from the cause of tension, which may progressively destroy your tranquility. This is how I protect you. I don't always remove things abruptly. Instead, I present you with the facts so you can make an informed decision. Your decisions are important, and you are receiving the necessary knowledge to make them with confidence. Maintain your focus on this understanding, even if emotions occur and try to obscure your awareness. Feel the feelings that are required for you, but do not let them overshadow the truth that has been placed within your heart. You are capable of moving forward with clarity and tranquility, and you are resistant to the gravitational pull of old patterns. This is your opportunity to grow into a new level of fortitude and awareness. I am present in every action you do, offering advice, supporting you, and reminding you of your worth. No, you are not alone in this, and you will not be left to fend for yourself without instruction. Everything that happens is part of a larger plan that is guiding you to a better outcome. Believe in the plan and the clarity that has been offered to you. I'd like you to notice a difference in your current emotional condition against your former emotional state. Even if it is insignificant, there is a distinction, and that distinction marks the start of your liberty. Because the truth is resting within you, you are thinking more clearly, feeling more grounded, and asking fewer questions. This is how I work within you. I don't impose abrupt changes. Instead, I create a constant understanding that grows stronger over time. The person linked with the first R is no longer as prominent in your thoughts, and there is no reason to reject this. It indicates that you are starting to remove yourself from something that was before confusing and emotionally draining. You are not being cold or distant. Rather, you are simply becoming aware of what is suitable in your life and what is inappropriate. This awareness does not deprive you of anything. Rather, it restores your peace. There may still be times when you wonder whether it is worthwhile to give things another chance or if they could be treated differently. That thought makes sense to me since it stems from your natural tendency to see the bright side of things and believe in the potential of change. However, I'd like to highlight that clarity was given to you for a specific reason, and ignoring it will only help to continue the cycle you've already experienced. Trust the information offered to you. It is designed to act as a guide, not a constraint. Enter 444 for protection. You're learning that not all connections need to be repaired, and not all problems can be solved with effort. It is intended that certain matters be understood and then released, rather than being established or carried forward. This understanding is an important part of your growth, and it will protect you in ways you may not yet realize. You are entering a state in which you no longer feel compelled to keep order. Furthermore, I would like you to recognize the strength required to detach yourself from a topic that was previously important to you. This is not a sign of weakness or failure, but rather a reflection of self-esteem and intelligence. Instead of giving up your serenity for the sake of comfort or familiarity, you have chosen to preserve it. This decision is difficult, yet it is critical for your destination. The first hour is becoming more obvious in your thoughts, and you may now feel a sense of peaceful assurance about the identity of this person. The same amount of doubt or perplexity no longer exists, as all of your experiences are now being reconciled logically. I'm letting this clarity to settle within you so that you no longer question your own identity. You are viewing the situation as it exists, which is sufficient. You'll notice that your energy is no longer being channeled in many ways as you move forward. You will have a higher sense of self-awareness, presence, and focus. This is the effect of your decision to release an object that was making you feel unstable. Creating space for what truly belongs is accomplished by surrendering what does not fit. Additionally, that region is currently being made more accessible. Something new is about to enter your life, and it will not be met with the same level of uncertainty or bewilderment. This new beginning will stand out from the start since it is founded on transparency and honesty. You are not giving up anything that is meant for you, nor are you being abandoned by withdrawing from something that does not serve you. In truth, you're getting closer to the things that are supposed to be in your life. I see the way ahead of you, even if you can only see a small fraction of it. I am convinced that the path I am heading you will be preferable to your former status. In the final moments of reflection, you may be able to fully grasp the lessons that this link was designed to teach. You will not feel remorse at that point. Instead, you will feel acceptance and clarity. You will see how circumstances transpired just as planned, leading you to your current position. Eliminating any leftover question or confusion will bring you peace of mind because it will clarify the problem. I am also working on your ability to trust yourself, which is an important talent for your future. You won't always have all the answers right away, but you'll be able to tell what feels right and what doesn't. This present is designed to serve as a source of insight in a variety of situations, including this one. I trust it because it is part of my communication with you. You are entering a new era of autonomy, in which your peace is not dependent on the acts or words of another person. This is critical because it allows you to maintain a sense of control in the face of uncertainty. You are now less vulnerable to external events because you are grounded in a deeper source. This is the location of your true vitality. The warning you received was not intended to cause you anxiety, but rather to guide you in a more positive direction. You're being guided, not left behind, and you're being safeguarded rather than punished. Everything that is happening is part of a larger strategy designed to benefit you. While you may not fully understand it right now, you will in time. Do not allow uncertainty to lead you back into previous habits. Instead, stay grounded in the information you have gained. The truth is guiding you forward, and you've already seen enough to understand it. You are not alone in this process, and you will not be left to discover your path without help. I am at your side in every action you take, offering advice, protecting you, and reminding you of your individuality. You are now at a place where the weight of all you formerly carried is dissipating naturally. It is no longer an object you are attempting to give up. Rather, it is gradually losing its hold on you. I'm allowing this slow separation to occur so that you don't experience any turbulence, but rather a sense of steadiness as you move on. This is how actual release occurs, not via pressure, but through understanding that makes holding on unnecessary. If you believe in Jesus, enter the number 1212. I want you to understand an important aspect of why this connection grew the way it did. It was never intended to remain hidden indefinitely, as the truth will always come out when the time is right. I allowed you to experience both comfort and bewilderment in order to help you distinguish between what is fleetingly pleasing and what is actually fitting for your existence. This understanding is changing you into someone who is less likely to be misled in the future. The person linked with the initial R revealed aspects of themselves that were inconsistent, and these inconsistencies were not small. They were reflections of a deeper reality that could not sustain the existence for which you were being trained. You may have tried to ignore such instances, hoping that they would pass or evolve. But I am now proving that they were clues that you were meant to notice. You were never intended to ignore them. Rather, you were meant to understand them at the perfect time. There is also a deeper aspect to this that concerns your own development and ability to remain steadfast in your ideas. You no longer need to rely on another person to feel secure or certain. You are acquiring the ability to recognize internal stability, which is an intangible quality. This is part of the resilience I've been developing in you, despite your lack of awareness. Type 111 to welcome new beginnings. You may notice that your ideas about this person are becoming less emotional and more clear. What was once overwhelming or puzzling can now be observed objectively. I am aiding you in moving from emotional entanglement to awareness, and this is not an error. When you can see clearly, you are no longer under the sway of something that had a tremendous impact on you. There may still be times when you question whether you made the right decision or if you might have approached the situation differently. I want you to let go of those beliefs because they are no longer serving you well. You made the best of the situation with the knowledge you had at the time, and you have since received further information. What matters is not the past, but how you use what you've learned. You are being told to believe in yourself more than you have ever done before. This is not about becoming aloof or closed off. It is about connecting with your own reality. When you believe in yourself, you no longer need frequent reinforcement from others because you have access to a deeper source of understanding. That connection is the foundation that will guide you through all conditions. The initial R has now become a symbol that is meaningful to you, not out of fear, but because of awareness. You understand its meaning and no longer need to question about it. This clarity is a sentiment that will stick with you since it is rooted on the truth. This is because you are no longer devoting your efforts to a project that does not align with your ideals. When your energy is not divided, it becomes more focused and powerful, allowing you to move forward with confidence. Also, a new development in your life is starting to appear, albeit it is not yet fully evident. This new beginning is not linked with ambiguity or perplexity, but with clarity and truth. It will not cause you to doubt your value or position, since it will meet you where you are with honesty and respect. I am preparing you for this because it reflects the growth you have experienced. You make no sacrifices by refraining from indulging in things that are harmful to your health. In reality, you are laying the groundwork for an entity that will offer you with true peace and security. I am purposefully directing you toward what lies ahead, even if you can't see it yet. Have trust that the direction you are being led in is better than your former location. It is possible that there will be a last moment when everything becomes plain to you, allowing you to reflect on the events and understand why they occurred. At that point, you will be grateful for the clarity you have gained. You will see how each encounter has aided your journey toward this awareness. This is the area where acceptance replaces uncertainty and peace replaces confusion. In addition, I am strengthening your limits to serve as a kind of self-protection and respect. rather than as rigid barriers. You are learning how to decline without remorse and withdraw without feeling forced to influence the reactions of others. This is an important part of your development because it allows you to maintain your peace without getting lured into unnecessary confrontation. Your options are growing more safe, and this security will act as a guide for your future endeavors. The warning you got was not designed to cause fear, but rather to bring you to a level of awareness and safety. You are not exposed to excessive punishment or testing beyond your capabilities. You are being prepared for an extraordinary event that requires both fortitude and clarity. Everything that has been provided to you is part of that preparation. Stay rooted in your knowledge, even when emotions try to reintroduce you to old mental processes. You are no longer in that location and do not need to return. You have grown beyond the limits that once held you back, and it is critical that you acknowledge and appreciate your progress. You should be confident in your newfound clarity, as it is guiding you along a better path. I am strengthening that assurance to keep you from returning to your prior patterns of uncertainty. This is the point at which you start to trust your own instincts without the need for external validation. To gain divine protection, enter 880. The change from seeking solutions to accepting them is an important event that is occurring within you. You are no longer seeking to comprehend an entity that was never fully aligned because you understand that it was never supposed to be. The person linked with the initial R no longer has the same level of influence over your emotions, which is not cause for fear. It is a representation of your spirit's acceptance of the principles that your mind has been attempting to grasp for an extended period of time. You may notice that you are no longer experiencing prior experiences in the same way. It appears remote and no longer a part of your current state of mind, despite the fact that it was previously important. This is part of your healing and will become more intense as you develop. I'm aiding you in releasing not only the individual, but also the emotional attachment that had left you stuck in the uncertain circumstance. In addition, you are building a deeper feeling of self-respect, which is changing your view on life. You are no longer willing to accept uncertainty as a normal occurrence, and you will no longer ignore what does not feel right. This is not to say that you are getting protective, but rather that you are becoming aware of your own worth. You're realizing that your serenity isn't something to sacrifice, but rather something to protect. To claim your path, type 1313. The initial R is no longer a concept that perplexes you, but rather brings clarity. The link you've built between it and the person it symbolizes conveys a sense of security and confidence. You no longer need to question or doubt the information that has been provided to you. I've brought you to this point so you can move forward without hesitation or second guessing. It is totally understandable to have occasional emotional responses because you have given your time, energy, and compassion to this relationship. No, those sentiments do not signify regression. Rather, they suggest that you are examining past occurrences. Allow those emotions to run through you without keeping them. They are part of your release. It is not intended that you take them with you into the future. Something new is starting to coincide with your existence. Something less puzzling and imbalanced. This new beginning is already taking shape, though it is not yet fully obvious. It will enter your life in a natural and uncomplicated way, without prompting you to question your position. Initially, the location may appear strange. However, it is critical for the upcoming events. When you cling on to what is not aligned, you leave little room for what truly belongs in your life. By abandoning this connection, you create space for something that will bring you tranquility rather than confusion. In addition, I'd like you to recognize how much this event has helped your personal development. You have changed since the beginning of our relationship. You've learned to pay more attention to your intuition, recognize trends, and rely on your own understanding. These changes are significant because they affect your approach to all future situations. The person linked with the first R has served their function in your life, even if it was not what you expected. Not every purpose is intended to create a lasting connection. Some are intended to give lessons that will prepare you for something more meaningful. You are currently experiencing a condition of heightened comprehension, which is changing your viewpoint on everything. There may come a time when you are completely at ease with this scenario and no longer feel the need to revisit or better understand it. That moment is closer than you think, and it will happen naturally as you continue to progress. When it arrives, you will feel a sense of closure that is independent of any external conditions. This is the only way to know if you have truly released the object that was before dominating your thoughts. I also encourage you to be open to the future, for your journey does not end here. There is more possibility for you to grow, receive, and experience. Your experiences have provided you with the clarity, courage, and awareness needed to face a problem. You now have all of these qualities. Stay rooted in the truth that has been revealed to you, even if the change you feel inwardly does not immediately manifest in your circumstances. Change typically begins from within before it manifests itself on the outer. Even if it takes time for the environment to catch up with your current emotions, trust that they are genuine and long-lasting. You are moving in the right direction, and that road is leading you to a better outcome. You are not alone in this process, and you will not be left to discover your path without help. I am at your side in every decision you make, offering advice, protecting you, and reminding you of your worth. Even if you are unable to see the big picture, you are being steered with purpose. Have faith in that direction. It will lead you exactly to your objective. A peaceful confidence is growing within you, and it is unaffected by the acts or words of others, but rather by the knowledge you have gained for yourself. This confidence does not need to be overt because it is based on the facts. You are no longer trying to persuade yourself of a concept that does not accord with your intuition, which is a huge step forward. I encourage you to lay your trust in this confidence, as it will guide you in a consistent and transparent manner. The person connected with the initial R no longer holds the same position in your life, despite their continuous presence in your recollections or circumstances. Their impact is dwindling, not because of your efforts, but because of your decision to stop investing energy in activities that do not align with your ideals. There is a contrast between rejection and release, and the former is not synonymous with the latter. You are not aiming to evict them by opposition. Rather, you are promoting the establishment of a natural distance through comprehension. There may be times when you think about the possible outcomes or how things could have turned out differently if the circumstances had changed. These thoughts are part of your process, but they do not determine your course. I want you to see them as expressions of your caring and willingness to believe in something good, but I also want you to remember that what is best for you does not involve perpetual questioning or uncertainty. Today, Archangel Michael and Jesus warn, if you neglect us, you will forfeit both of us. You just have 10 seconds. God says, "Chosen one, do not disregard this." Nay, open this immediately, regardless of the outcome. Please refrain from skipping my beloved offspring. Stay till the very end. Something significant awaiting you today. Archangel Michael and Jesus are both chanting your name simultaneously. In other words, they would lose both of us if this soul skipped. Please, this is their last chance. Exercise caution, my sweetheart. The heavens are no longer in motion. Continue to stay at this location. There will be a point in time when events occur that will either allow you to join heaven or prevent you from doing so for eternity. You did not uncover this message by chance, my dear. You were meant to receive this message. Jesus continues, "You were beginning to deviate from your destiny, which is why we brought you here." He is standing next to Archangel Michael, who is brandishing a bright, glittering sword of light. He claims that if they leave now, all that has been scripted for them from their birth will fall apart. My sweetheart, you must be aware of this, right? The abrupt nudge in your heart, the strange weight on your spirit, and the silent voice warning you against skipping. What you're seeing is heaven's attempt to keep you from losing something you've been looking forward to for a long time. Please keep from leaving until the end. You are going to receive an astonishing gift that the gods have never bestowed upon you before. Please keep attentive, my dearest sweetie. Today is the only day when heaven is interacting with us. It will never happen again. Your name is currently included in a miraculous countdown that is currently occurring. Jesus informs them that their breakthrough is almost complete. However, the door will close if they look away for a second, skip a step, or make a single mistake. That is why you are present. This is why you are receiving this mail at this moment. Archangel Michael declares that if they persevere until the end, the obstacle in their path will disintegrate immediately. Please refrain from moving, skipping, or scrolling. You are on the verge of a life-changing realization, my darling. I now invite you to live with me. You are about to be presented with an important opportunity. I beseech you, my dearest child, to remain calm and with me till the end. Please avoid from skipping these sentences. A big event is currently en route to you. Archangel Michael is located behind you. He claims that if they go now, their marvel will go with them. My sweetheart, this is not an unexpected occurrence. This section is of critical importance. The narrow passageway that heaven has built will only be accessible to those who stay until the end. Please refrain from blinking or scrolling. Continue to stay at this location. The future events will have a significant impact on everything. My dear, Jesus asks that you inform them to stay. I am about to reveal knowledge that they should never have been aware of. This signals the beginning of an event that will never occur again. It is designed only for you and no one else. You've been tested, disregarded, abandoned, and injured. Heaven, on the other hand, has witnessed your hidden sobs. Today, the gods have said enough is enough. That is why you are present. This is why you were unable to exit the page. Please do not leave me until the end, since a chain you have yet to notice is on the verge of breaking. Kindly avoid from skipping. Avoid moving. Your name is now flowing from the sky. Please keep attentive, my dearest sweetie. Archangel Michael exclaims, I will penetrate the final barrier that impedes their blessings if they persist. If they persist, Jesus pledges to restore everything that life has taken away. However, if you ignore it, it will stop functioning. Heaven progresses through the words of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this method. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and you will receive. It isn't only a verse dedicated to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd want to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Let go of your seed and witness what blessings God delivers back into your life. My child, keep this blessing for the rest of your life. Heaven is presently observing you to see if you will accept the offer. Type Amen in the comments section below as a symbol of your faith, a signature on your divine pact, rather than just a word. Every angel who sees you writing it understands that you are ready to receive. This is the time to act, and may heaven record it as the watershed moment in your story. The following events will give you with information that you have been waiting for your entire life. Type Amen in the remarks section at this time to show your dedication to the promise and your belief in its authenticity. Inform the heavens that you are willing to accept the gifts that are being bestowed on you. Heaven wishes for this vibe to increase. Each action you perform somewhat extends the period of the holy gateway's opening. I encourage you to take another step of faith, since the portal to paradise remains unlocked. At the moment, select the subscribe option. Subscribers to a channel do more than just consume its material. You are into prophetic alignment with each word that comes from this region. You are conveying to God that you are determined to accomplish your destiny, that you are ready for the next word, and that you want to stay in tune with His voice. Register today and watch as heaven alters the world around you as a result of your faithfulness. Please remain with me, my dearest. A big event is about to occur that will have a significant impact on your life. Kindly avoid from skipping. Please refrain from scrolling. Avoid moving. Take a deep breath, my beloved child, and stay with me till the end. Kindly avoid from skipping. Heaven will not allow you to miss an imminently significant occurrence. Archangel Michael is now boosting the loudness and commanding them to remain in place. Their breakthrough is imminent. You would never scroll, my sweetheart, if you knew what the future held for you. It is now time for destiny to stop being a dream and start manifesting, so do not move. Avoid moving. Refrain from blinking. Please keep from abandoning me until the end. The beloved Jesus is currently moving forward, and His voice is audible and unmistakable. Inform them that adjustments have already happened. It is true that the silence around you has begun to move. A door that has been closed for several years is trembling. A previously censored benediction is currently being distributed. They receive a message from heaven indicating that the wait has ended today. However, this is subject to their continued presence and refusal to scroll past the message designed to relieve their distress. This is why, my kid, your heart is tense and your mind is sharp. Heaven, you must line up. Come with me. Kindly avoid from skipping. Something significant is developing in the vicinity of your name. Please keep attentive, my dearest sweetie. Archangel Michael claims that their attackers will be ignorant of the upcoming occurrences. In his message, Jesus informs them that their suffering has come to an end. You are also on the verge of seeing a miracle that you were unable to pray for. Heaven does not want you to be robust, my kid. It merely wishes that you remain still. Stay in this place. Please keep from leaving until the end. Be alert, as the outside world may obscure the message that heaven is attempting to send. Keep your gaze fixed on the screen. Please refrain from suppressing your feelings when you read this. The heavenly truth will hit you like a bolt of electricity. Please, my dear, avoid from skipping. Stick to me. There is an impending disclosure of great significance. Please stay with me, my dear offspring. Kindly avoid from skipping. A huge event is taking place directly outside your entrance. Scrolling away at this point will make it disappear. Michael, who talks rapidly, orders Archangel A to confine them to this spot. My darling, they are just a few breaths away from a heavenly reversal. To keep your presence, heaven has suspended time in its own domain. Avoid moving. Refrain from blinking. Do not wait till the end. Your essence has been waiting for this discovery from the moment you were born. My dear, this is Jesus' return. The truth emanating from his eyes has the power to radically alter everything. Spread the word that their name has been invoked in paradise with greater vigor than ever before. This means that angels are actively watching over your future. My kid, there was something you wished would never return, something you cried about, and something you missed. Heaven will choreograph it in a way that will surprise you. The following rhythm of this message is imminent, as long as you keep an open mind and stay present. Please remain with me, my offspring. Maintain your grasp. Before I expose the ultimate truth, please give a brief outline of the topic of your future chapter. Heaven demands that you complete a simple task, my beloved child. I appreciate your willingness to share this message. I strongly advise you to subscribe immediately. Your fate is influenced by the positive vibrations you send into the world. Jesus claims that the time of their victory will be determined by their willingness to persevere until the end. Please refrain from scrolling or skipping. The information below will reawaken a dormant part of you. Please remain with me and pay close attention to every word. A long dormant entity. Archangel Michael's voice is now fast. He claims that the veil is becoming thinner. Their current existence is breaking down the barrier that had previously kept them from living the life they were destined to. The wormhole expands every second they remain in this location. Do you feel the warmth rushing through your body, my darling? Do you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck? That's not an error. Your spirit was moved by the presence of heaven at that very moment. That is the heavenly frequency resonating with your nature. The closer Jesus gets, the more his presence fills the area. He asks you to discuss the 3 seals. Please take special attention, my beloved, as this has never been disclosed before. 3 celestial markings have determined your fate. Your initial seal was applied to you at birth. At your lowest point, you were given the 2nd seal. When you received this message, the 3rd seal was applied. These seals have been protecting a priceless object that is only yours. The seals are currently opening as you read these words. Please, my darling, do not dismiss this portion. The following statement will impact everything. The initial seal contains your life's divine purpose. Nobody else can carry out the mission you were born to do. The 1st seal is going to be broken, and your role will become clear. I encourage you to take steps that will help this anointing grow in your life. Send this video right away, not later, not after you have time to reflect on it. The anointing is returned in 2-fold measure, and you become a conduit for others to experience breakthroughs by sharing this prophetic word. The impending blessing will also be showered on others with whom you share your existence, and heaven recognizes this. Heaven enlarges that. Share it now and see how obedience might lead to unexpected opportunities. You understand my argument, right? Constantly having the feeling that you are meant for more. Your spirit is restless. That voice continues to inform you that there is a more extended scheme. My dear, there is a genuine voice. Currently, the initial barrier is being ruptured. Jesus speaks with a quiet voice. I'd want to tell you the account of your genesis on the night you were born. I was present before you were born, before your mother knew you existed, and before you took your first breath. I observed as heaven created you. My child, nothing about you is random. Every detail, talent, gift, and strength are all present. You were formed with precision, molded with intention, and designed to complete a certain task that only you can do. In the initial seal, the mission is written in heavenly code rather than words, a code that your spirit understands even if your intellect does not. As a result, you've always had a strong sense of self. This is why you have never quite assimilated. This is why you have never found fulfillment in a mundane life. You were created for the remarkable. Archangel Michael adds, "I have observed them throughout each season. I witnessed their attempts to assimilate. I saw them as they attempted to replicate the behavior of others. I saw as they suppressed their individuality in order to conform. However, they were always drawn to heaven. Heaven constantly told them that they were not meant to walk the same road, my beloved child. Currently, the initial barrier is being ruptured. Your mind is flooded with insight as it fractures. You are starting to remember, analyze, and understand the reasons for your experiences. Each challenge was an opportunity to learn. Each rejection created a new path. Each closed door formed a protective barrier. Heaven had to make certain that you were prepared because of the gravity of your mission. Do not neglect this portion, my child. The following statement about your goal will provide a thorough insight. When Archangel Michael raises his sword, he sends a ray of pure light into heaven. He notifies us that the initial seal has been broken. Their goal is being revealed. Please wait, my beloved. Please prevent from leaving early due to your eagerness. Due to the second seal's superiority. The second seal holds your heavenly restoration. My dear, every opportunity lost, every dream destroyed, every relationship shattered, and every wonderful moment turned into an agonizing one. In the second seal, everything is contained, and heaven is about to restore order. At the end, Jesus speaks so compassionately that tears well up in his eyes. I witnessed the night you grieved yourself to sleep, the night you felt so alone that you questioned your ability to continue. I was present. I have captured every tear. Every anguish in your heart was real for me. I also made a commitment. I promised you that I would turn your grief into dancing at some point. He claims that the second seal has more information than the one that was lost. It contains the upgrade. Heaven does more than only resolve troubles. Heaven performs supernatural restoration. Items confiscated in bronze will be returned as gold. What was formerly lacked will be replenished in plenty. If you are weak, what was broken will emerge once you are strong. My sweetheart, you must understand a specific notion. Every loss you experienced was chronicled. Each and every tear was concealed. Every injury was documented. Heaven has devised the following repayment plan. It is more than just equitable retribution. Reward that is plentiful, overpowering, and abundant. Those who have harmed you are oblivious of the consequences. The events that caused you to shatter are oblivious of the upcoming happenings. The systems that rejected you are unaware of the upcoming changes. When the second seal is broken, the situation changes dramatically. Next, Jesus says, I wish to inform them about the restoration list. There is a roster in heaven, my dear. Your name is found at the top of the scroll. Furthermore, the scroll lists all of the concerns that need to be resolved in your life. Everything. Your reputation, finances, health, goals, relationships, trustworthiness, and happiness. Each article in the list is accompanied by a date. That is the exact date on which the repair will occur. Some dates are no longer relevant. Certain events are scheduled to take place today. They will arrive shortly, but all goods on the list will be reinstalled. I assure you that I will fulfill my obligations. Please stop from scrolling down, my child. I'm about to enlighten you about the restorations that are taking place today. Please refrain from scrolling. Please wait a few minutes, as the second seal is going to rupture. Archangel Michael's voice is heard in the spiritual realm. The second seal is now crumbling, and he shouts. Can you detect it, my youngster? Removing the stress from your shoulders. Feel the sensation of a weight being lifted from your abdomen, eliminating the cloud from your mind. Restoration is presently progress. Currently, you are on the verge of a total change. Heaven anticipates your response. By doing so, you become a part of Jesus' plan to rescue spirits that are still in hiding. Each seed evolves into a source of light, combating the existence of darkness. Jesus claims that by giving water to others, you will receive it yourself. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this situation with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. Write these words with confidence in the comments area below. I am currently obtaining my restoration rather than hoping to have it in the future. Alternatively, this could be for my personal profit. When you type those words, you are making more than just a statement. Your blessing is being dragged into the physical world as you reach out into the spiritual sphere. You're telling everyone that you're reclaiming what is rightfully yours. Right now, write it down and feel a shift in your soul as the forces of divine work in your favor. That is heaven returning to you the items that were left behind. However, the third obstacle is the most important. My dear, the third seal contains your heavenly acceleration. You walk at a constant speed. The increase has been slow. You've been expecting this moment for a long time. Heaven declares that the delay has ended. The third seal's miraculous speed, divine velocity, and celestial acceleration will make up for each year that was lost. I advise you to be cautious, my sweetheart. Jesus says, tell them about the multiplication principle. When the third membrane is broken, all items grow in size. Your benefits not only return, but do so with 7 times the vigor. Opportunities are multiplied by 7, so they do not simply recur. Your contentment doesn't only improve, it becomes 7-fold more favorable. This is the law of divine repair. Heaven does not just restore what was stolen. Heaven is even larger than you could have expected. Archangel Michael chases. In the real world, time moves at a steady speed. As a result, he claims, permit me to elaborate on the mechanism of acceleration. However, time does not exist in the spiritual realm. In paradise, years can be reduced to days, decades to weeks, and lifetimes to seconds. My sweetheart, you have been waiting for a breakthrough. It needed a great amount of labor from you. You have demonstrated confidence. Heaven has seen everything, and your faith has been unwavering. Heaven has spoken. Enough is enough. It is now necessary to accelerate. It will only take 10 months to complete a work that would have taken 10 years. The task that should have taken 5 years will be completed in only 5 weeks. It will take 20 days to complete a task that was supposed to take 20 years. It's a wonderful acceleration. This is the definition of superhuman speed. This is paradise, compensating for the time missed. When Jesus speaks with such authority, the environment changes dramatically. He continues, I'd like to reveal a long-kept secret. Each picked one receives a unique acceleration code. Your special acceleration code, my love, is presently being activated. This code determines how quickly your blessings manifest, doors open, and your destiny unfolds. The majority of people never use this code in their lifetime. They move at a typical pace. They slowly ascend. They face an indefinite delay. However, my darling, you persisted to the end. Your dedication was proven. You exhibited your devotion. As a result, your accelerator code is now operational. Everything will move more quickly from this point forward. Responses are delivered quickly. The manifestation of prayers is accelerated. Dreams manifest quickly. Please abstain from skipping, my love, because I am about to reveal the exact time frame of your acceleration. However, my darling, the following information is crucial. The only people who can open all 3 seals are those who stay to the end. If this stage is skipped, the seals will stay closed. Scrolling away ends the procedure. Prevent this from happening. Do not pass up the opportunities that paradise has in store for you. You are on the verge of entering a fortunate future. Don't forget that this message doesn't end with your deeds. Jesus, words "give and heaven will open over you," are not poetry. Every seed you sow grows into oil for your future, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Have faith, and you will see God multiply the possessions you relinquish. The sword of Archangel Michael has become more brilliant. He says, the 3rd seal is prepared to be broken. However, they must demonstrate their sincerity to heaven. My dear, now is your chance. It is now critical to accelerate your faith. Enter Amen once more in the comments. Allow this to serve as your secondary witness and double portion declaration. As you craft your response, keep in mind that the sky are recording it. Every letter you write is documented in the books of remembrance. It is not just a video that you are watching. You and God are conducting a divine business. Type it now and get ready for the upcoming events, not just as a word, but also as a statement, a pact with heaven. By typing Amen, you teach all entities on how to function. I understand this. I agree with this. I'm prepared for this. Execute it promptly. Be on the lookout for the 3rd seal to rupture. Right now, Jesus is content. Examine them. Consider their permanence. Examine their convictions. Consider their perseverance. I am now releasing the 3rd seal, my beloved child, because of your tenacity, faith, and reluctance to give up. The sword of Archangel Michael is swung, and a sound that will last forever is created. The 3rd closure includes a hole. Your quickening process begins instantly. Please wait, my beloved. More information is available. What happens after all 3 seals are breached? Something that Archangel Michael and Jesus have kept from you until now. Please refrain from scrolling. Kindly avoid from skipping. The secret that I am going to reveal is the most powerful secret in all of paradise. When the 3 seals are broken, a 4th element is freed. What a wonderful magnet. Please be cautious, my dearest. The heavenly magnet, a spiritual power, delivers all you require right to you. You will no longer need to pursue. You will no longer have to plead. You will no longer have to force doors open. All the essentials of life will be drawn to you like a magnet. You will easily locate the right people, opportunities, resources, and timing. According to Jesus, this is how the universe is designed to work for the chosen ones. No agony, effort, or unending waiting were present. You, my darling, have ignited the holy magnetism. I would want to explain the mechanism of the holy magnet. Every word you utter to your beloved carries a magnetic pull. There is now a creative energy that supports every notion you have. The magnet can function in 3 ways, since it has direct access to the throne room in heaven, and every prayer you say now activates it. Initially, it supplies the region with resources. You will receive the funds you need. You're likely to find the thing you're looking for. The objects you require will appear by divine attraction rather than your laborious efforts. Second, it attracts people. It is unavoidable that the necessary connections will cross your path. Effective mentors will acknowledge your presence. You will attract the ideal companions. The necessary supporters will be there. You will not have to participate in any groups. You will not have to exert yourself. You will not be needed to demonstrate your abilities. They will be drawn to you by your spiritual attraction. Third, it drew favorable notice. Doors that were previously closed will unexpectedly reopen. Systems that previously denied you will now accept you. People who previously ignored you will suddenly take notice of you. Things that were formerly against you will start to work in your favor. Magnetic force is the method via which heavenly favor operates in this case. I must warn them about something significant, Archangel Michael declares. My child, the divine magnet's activation will cause a rise in spiritual opposition. The adversary will observe heaven's acts. Dark forces will want to disrupt. Individuals with bad attitudes will try to divert your focus. There is no need to be concerned, as I will ensure your safety. I've drawn my weapon. I've elevated my shield. No weapon designed to hurt you will be effective. No plot designed to hurt you will be successful. It will be impossible to penetrate any attack launched against you. You are protected by the divine. More is said by Jesus. He continues, I would like to inform them of the 72-hour window. Pay close attention, my dearest. When the divine magnet is triggered, it creates a 72-hour window of greatest power. The following 3 days are crucial. Your faith is being tested throughout these 72 hours. Your dedication is being evaluated. Your alignment is now being confirmed. Continue to believe. Maintain an attitude of thankfulness. Maintain a sense of anticipation. Do not let uncertainty dominate your mind. Do not let dread take hold. Avoid allowing negativity to ruin this moment. The first evidence will be seen within 72 hours. A phone contact. An email. A message. An opportunity. A significant development. There will be an event to verify all of the information I've submitted. If you see that sign, you will be alert. You'll notice that these weren't just phrases. You will recognize that this was genuine. You will recognize that deity intervened on your behalf. Please stop scrolling, my child, because I am about to teach you on what to do during these vital 72 hours. One more time. Michael, the archangel, addresses the congregation. He claims that their foes will be perplexed. The doubters will be taken aback. Their detractors will become incomprehensible. Human logic cannot explain the events that are about to unfold in their life. It can only be explained through supernatural intervention. Right now, my precious kid, everything is in motion. Is this something that speaks to you? Your surroundings are constantly changing. The energy in your room is unique. A process has begun that is irreversible. This is your opportunity. This is your turn. This is your season. Don't be persuaded by anyone else's opinions. If you have not already subscribed, you should do so immediately. This isn't a recommendation. This is a positioning strategy for your prophetic promise. By subscribing, you ensure your connection to the words uttered throughout your lifetime. You are constructing a spiritual cord that will keep you committed to the pledge even in the face of difficulty. As a subscriber, your name will be included in every prophetic message that is distributed from this point forward. Press the symbol right away to ensure your participation in the forthcoming event. Avoid allowing uncertainty to reappear. Do not let nervousness deprive you of this opportunity. You persisted till the end. Your conviction was validated. You proved to God that you were sincere. And now, heaven is showing you that it was also severe. Before we wrap up this important occasion, we must make one more statement. My divine magnet has been triggered. This information should go in the notes area below. These sentences are visible to everyone. For the hearing of the heavenly realm. They are intended for angels to observe. They exist to assist the movement of the universe. As you write this, you have spiritual permission for each blessing placed upon you to return to you. As you write this message, Jesus extends his hand to you, guaranteeing that you are confident, brave, and aware that your time has come. I ask you to grab my hand and accompany me as we begin your new chapter. Everything you see from this point forward will be distinct. Every door you pass through will be unlocked. Every mountain you pass will be mobilized. And each valley you pass through will fortify you since you are no longer walking alone. I am currently employed by your organization. Archangel Michael is located behind you. My dear, heaven is on your side. Distribute this message to someone who needs it. Someone who is about to abandon their destiny, quit, or walk away. By doing this action, you become a messenger of hope, an agent of heaven, and a part of God's plan to rescue spirits on the verge of death. Share it right now and see the expansion of his favors in your life. Archangel Michael and Jesus are chatting concurrently while standing near together. They say, "Go now, chosen one. You may proceed with our blessing. Ensure your safety with us. Kindly aid us. The gaskets are punctured. The magnet is currently operating. The season has begun for you. Before you leave, I'd like you to accomplish one final duty. If you noticed any changes in your disposition today, kindly click the like button once more. No, I'm not interested in this. This is meant for your use. Every like demonstrates your dedication to God's favor. There is a spiritual realm that is aware of your consciousness, attention, and willingness to accept with each like. Say these words while applying pressure to your heart. I am now willing to accept your favor, Lord. It is the place where I walk. I live there. It travels with me. Press it quickly to bring God's blessings into your new season. Maintain a sense of authority. Relaxed meandering. Enter the world of the paranormal. Do not forget that we are by your side throughout the procedure. My dearest child, the conclusion is not imminent. This symbolizes the beginning. The most significant chapter of your life is about to begin. Please keep in mind the occurrences of today. Do not forget the sight you saw in paradise. Please keep in mind that you were picked. You are adored. You are predestined for greatness. Proceed to live the life God has planned for you in paradise. Amen. Before you leave, there is one more rule. Tell at least 3 people who need a breakthrough about this video. Please forward this to your family. Tell your acquaintances about it. Include it in your tale. A breakthrough occurs when you notify your network about God's work. This message was delivered by spirits, who will also deliver it to whomever you share it with. The blessing you brought will be remembered by those in heaven. Send it to those that are important to you right now and see how God affects their lives. If you follow their instructions, you may be able to help them perform their miracle. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence.